I knew there was nothing I could really do. I mean, I was not a fireman. I had absolutely no medical expertise at all. I was just a civilian. But as a cameraman, yeah, there was something I could do. And it was to document what was happening. So the cameraman took over and just filmed.
Gideon had made his way as close to the tower as he could.
Strange enough, I guess the only thing that was my preoccupation was to clean my lens. I don't know if it was a way for me to try to focus on something so I can stay away from the horror of the reality, but that was just my obsession. My lens needs to be clean.
Jules was with Chief Pfeiffer, who was plotting his next move. The firefighters from my house had reached the lobby and scattered.
You know, kind of walking at this point. We knew we were out of the building, felt we were safe.
Unfortunately, there were people jumping out of windows. You could see them hitting the ground all around you, debris hitting the ground.
I thought we was going to get out the building, the chiefs will meet up, and then we come up with a plan, and then we go back in. That's what I thought it would be, something like.
Just before I walked out, a fireman out in the middle of the street was yelling at me, wait, throwing up his hands. And at that time I waited, and there was a big thud, and then another thud, and there was two people who had fallen or jumped from way high up.
Get yourself accountable while we keep going down and chasing. Let's move. Come on, officers.
Basically, everybody was standing right in the shadow of Tower 1. It was 10:28 in the morning.
And then comes that sound again. And I don't even have time to think at that point. I just run. And it's dead silence. Nothing. No radio call. No sound. Nothing. And I feel the person who was on top of me get up.
Get out of here. You like me? Yeah.
And I recognize it's Chief Pfeiffer's voice. And I just realized, it jumped on top of me to protect me from all this. Chief Pfeiffer said, okay, let's go now. And we get up. The dust starts to clear because the wind was blowing in the opposite direction.
After that, it was just trying to literally walk around the block and regroup and walk back to the scene and see what we could do.
Less than a block away, Gideon was still in darkness.
The pounding stopped, and you realize now that you just can't breathe anymore.
We need help! Let's go before the car blow up! This way! Let's go before the car blow up!
At that point I realized that I was going to die.
Let's go! We're over here behind the ESU truck! This way! Keep shouting! Come to the truck!
Come on, we gotta get out of here.
You gotta fucking move, man. This way!
And the only thing I could think about was Jews. And I remember telling myself that if I would survive that, I would be a better brother.
Yeah, let's go, you can make it. Help him. Quickly, it's right here.
Wait, 400 pounds, dude, you get over here.
We're not going to leave here.
He's not standing. You need to come over here and fucking help.
The last person Gideon had filmed was now lying in the middle of the street.
These guys must have been standing outside in the street when everything collapsed. And he survived it.
And with the help of an FBI agent, he walked him to safety.
And we can't see a thing.
You have to walk, sir. You have to walk. You're almost there. Come on. Yeah.
And he would pass out every second. So it was very difficult to carry him.
Thank you, Lord. Now, hold on! Get some water, something to drink. Thanks.
Open your mouth, because I need the water too.
I had been in this street 3 times in the last hour. First time it was full of people. The second time everybody was running away from it. And the third time, getting out of the last collapse, there was just nobody. And everything was white. Everything was covered by the dust.
Holy shit.
I cannot describe what took place.
It is a scene just not to be believed. The smoke's still billowing. What we do have is a lockdown. You can't get in, you can't get out, you can't go up, you can't go down.
I see that I'm still in the middle of the street, and I see there is a little deli. It seems to be open in the corner.
Yeah, we're getting home soon now. Oh, okay. Money, guys.
A lot of people injured. Firefighters, bloody nose, things like that. And then it hits me, but now where's my brother?
Go back here.
I start realizing that I've probably lost my brother. So I try to go back to the World Trade Center. I need to go find my brother.
Where are the guys? I have no idea. What did you find from?
And I'm in the middle of the street walking, and a cop approached me and says, who are you with?
I'm with the chief of Battalion 1.
Oh, you're Battalion 1? You got ID?
Yeah, my letter of from the commissioner.
Take your letter and your camera and get out of here. All right? Go.
So I go back up, walk north, not really knowing where I'm going.
No, I'm making a documentary on the fire department.
Come on, this ain't fucking Disneyland. Let's go.
And after a while, I said, there's nothing I can do here. I need to go back to the firehouse. Maybe they'll have some news.
No.
Maybe he's already back there. But at that point, I think he's dead. And it becomes too overwhelming.
Walking back to the firehouse and not trying to think for 1 second about truth. That was too much.
Don't worry, honey. We'll stand with you.
Everyone's asking me, what happened? I said, hell. Hell is what happened.
It just came down, and it wasn't supposed to come down. Came back to the firehouse. Very emotional. A lot of guys are crying. I'm crying.
Where the fuck was I? I couldn't get back in. Won't let me up. Well, leave the oxygen. Hold on, man.
Still, we don't know how many guys are missing.
Down here looking. I got thrown into 2 ambulances. We ran.
I never got so many hugs in my life. They were glad to be alive hugs. It was a great thing to know that people were surviving this.
I thought you guys were dead. Not the only one. I thought I was dead.
We lost so much in that 2-hour period.
How you doing, all right?
We felt like we got the hell kicked out of us.
Shot, I don't know what to do, man. Go back down there or what? Go give me a shot. Is everyone okay? You guys were in the building? Yeah.
So many thoughts and emotions, and we got to call our loved ones, tell them we were okay.
You made it out. You just made it out. I'm never so happy to hear my mother's voice. You all right, man?
Little to little, the guys started to come back, one by one. Again, the cameraman would just film.
And it was just like, you heard the ground rumble, and it was just fucking debris was just chasing you. We were running, hauling in.
So it was just filming them coming back and asking them if they had seen Jews. And nobody could answer this question. It was extremely frustrating and annoying. One guy from the firehouse came to me and I asked him, have you seen Jules? Do you know where he is? And he looked at me and he said, yes, he's behind you. I turned over and Jules was there in the firehouse. I didn't even see him coming in. It was like meeting for the first time. As Jules is alright. He tells me yes. He tells me that he was all that time in the lobby.
I never thought I was so happy to meet my brother, that's for sure. Cry like babies for about 10 minutes. I tell him, I know now what it's like to think you're going to die.
Fuck, man. We're worried about you. You don't know what happened to you guys. Oh, God. Everybody's accounted for? Right here. You got everybody? Right here. Everybody's accounted for? You all right still, Patty?
I can't believe we all made it out. How did we make it out of that building? 30 seconds. Another 2 flights higher. Why am I alive? So many others are dead.
Got down to the lobby and we saw they abandoned the command post. We knew we were in trouble.
We came down. It was much worse than it was when we went up.
Yeah.
Right? We went up and they had everything set up. We came down. It was like holy shit.
We came down to the lobby. It was like the post of the wars. There was nobody there. What did we do? We made it outside. We made it about a block.
We made it at least 2 blocks, and we started running. Floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Detonated.
Plans to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down. I was watching it and running. Just ran up with. And then you just sort of this cloud of shit chasing you down.
Couldn't outrun it.
Couldn't outrun it.
So what'd you do?
I jumped behind a battalion car. I hit under the car. It was swinged and died.
The scene here is reminiscent of a nuclear winter.
Right now, everyone is walking around with masks covering their faces. People just wandering the streets, covered in blood, covered in plaster. They were near the site when the buildings collapsed.
We're on about the 20th floor. You hear this fucking rumbling, and I guess that's when 2 came down. I guess it hit 1, crushed out the Marriott, whatever. We're at we're fucking dead.
I guess the best way to sum this up is the World Trade Center is no more.
The loss of life, one can only imagine, is just enormous. It must be incomprehensible at this point.
They have a fireman's body in house on the floor. They dragged him in, but they can't identify him because the shirt where his name is just ripped and it's only half a line.
The building started shaking, so I started running, and then by the time I got to the bottom, there was bodies hitting the ground.
Chaplain was carried out to chaplain. He was dead. He was dead? It exploded and they all blew us all in. The fire department chaplain? All back. There was no pulse, nothing.
The way we lucked out, we were in 1. 2 fell first, and then they told us to get out.
2 fell first?
2 fell.
I can't figure this out.
When you guys
it fell while we were in the building.
Yeah.
That's why.
When you guys came out of the building, 2 was already gone.
Yeah. 2 was gone when we came out of 1.
Watched it on the news. 2 fell. 1 didn't fall first.
That's why they were getting this out.
The United States will hunt down and punish those responsible for these cowardly acts.
I'm going to want a list of the New York City firefighters and officers that are going to go back to work again. Okay, we probably won't be leaving for at least a half hour, but I want to get a list.
Yeah, I don't know why myself and the other guys were picked to survive this. In a way, I feel that there must be a reason.
And then we'll leave as soon as we get the order from division.
What am I supposed to do to earn this?
not easy being a survivor.
Oh, that day changed everything.
I think I got fibers in there. You got fibers in there.
When I came back that day to the firehouse, one firefighter came to me and he said, you know, yesterday you had one brother. Today you have 50.
It's hard to even describe the emotions in the firehouse that day. On one hand, you celebrate. Somehow the guys from our house, they got out.
Everybody come back one by one at the firehouse, except one.
Did you see Tony over there by his house?